Hi folks, I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
And together we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course.
We're going to a masquerade party, apparently.
He made me do it.
I made him do it, I did. I thought it'd make a good thumbnail. Today, Brad, we're going to talk about lymphedema, how to self-treat swollen arms and puffy faces.
Yes.
Now, puffy faces is not really in our wheelhouse, but we did read a book on it.
Sure. But, you know, it's still relative to swollen legs and arms. There's some crossover.
We're not totally unknowledgeable about it. And we're talking about, could be puffy faces, just the normal puffy face you might get as you get older and you get swelling in your face as you sleep at night.
Right.
Versus if you've had surgery on your face.
Right.
And you've got a, you're recovering from a surgical scar or something that actually is causing some swelling in your face.
Exactly.
So this has all been brought about by the way, much of this is based upon this book that Kathleen Lisson, I hope I said her name right.
I think it's pretty good.
She's a certified massage therapist and a certified
lymphedema
therapist.
Mm-hmm.
And she wrote this book. It's called Swollen, Bloated, and Puffy, a manual lymphatic drainage therapist's guide to reducing swelling in the face and body. So if you're having trouble with these areas, she's got a lot of things that we're not going to cover today in there. She talks about the essential oils and stuff like that, stuff that is way out of my area of knowledge.
But she actually she refers to one of our videos on how to get rid of lymphedema in the arms and the legs, and that's how we got connected.
Right, and that's why we knew she knew what she was talking about.
Exactly.
By the way, if you're new to our channel, please take a second to subscribe to us.
Yes.
We provide videos on how to stay healthy, fit, pain-free, and we upload every day. Subscription button here or here. And also, please like us on Facebook. Brad and I have a deep desire to be liked, and you can fulfill that need.
Like away.
Bob and Brad, that's our Facebook page.
Exactly.
Okay.
B&B.
All right, so the first thing, Brad, the lymphatic system has like 600 to 700 lymph nodes, and a lot of them are found in the head, neck, and intestines.
Sure.
So in order to have the lymphatic system to help it work, there's a lot of things we're going to show you today. One is diaphragmatic breathing.
Sure.
2 is some exercises that helps get the lymph flowing. 3 is when you use like external garments, like you see some of the compression garments. Yeah, we've done a video on one that actually had some really stylish ones. You remember that one? We did that like 5 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a while.
And actually, water. If you're in water,
you mean like swimming?
Yep.
Sure.
It actually gives compression.
Yep, the compression of the water itself. The deeper you are, the more it is. But Bob, I just wanted to mention you mentioned all these lymph glands throughout our whole body.
Lymph nodes.
Lymph nodes. I'm sorry. And the thing when I learned about this is you have all this fluid and it has to be filtered so that you stay healthy. And that's exactly what these are doing. They're filtering this fluid, and it comes from your arms, from your arms, your legs, your face, and it all ends up going down to a central location. And the way it was explained to me, that someone knew a lot more about it than me, he said, just think of your belly being like the drain in a tub, in a bathtub, and all the water has to get through there, and then it goes through there and gets recycled, and that's the way I think of it.
And then you excrete it. Then you give it out in your urine.
Right.
Basically. So,
right.
And yeah, I mean that's why when you're sick, a lot of times the lymph nodes are filtering out some of that illness, and they're the ones that get swollen. Don't
exactly.
They?
Yep.
So it's a sign. And that was a very good explanation, Brad. Yeah. So it doesn't. If you got fluid in your arm, it's not going to go out through your fingertips. It's got to go down into your body and get processed and be excreted out.
Right.
So we've got to show you ways to encourage it to go. Because if there's a blockage here or if there's a blockage here, it's not going to go. I mean, it's just not going to.
It's like a dam. It puts a dam up. So you've got to start from the central area, make sure everything's clear here, and create a vacuum, so to speak, to get it from your face or from your arm or your legs. And so it goes into that central area and goes through the complete cycle.
Why don't we just mention a couple things about the face, Brad? Some of the things you can try. And some of these things are good for people who have lymphedema. And some of these things, or swelling the face or puffy face, but some of these are good just if you're a person that likes to be able to wake up in the morning. This is I'm going to say this wrong, I'm sure. It's Ikisdo, I-K-I-S-D-O mask. And it's actually a mask that you put in the freezer, and it cools down, and Brad had it on already.
Right. So it's basically a custom gel pack for your face and eyes.
So when you wake up in the morning, you know, this is a great way to get that puffiness down. And it's going to wake you up in the morning,
Oh
too.
yeah, it fits well. I mean, it conforms well, and you know.
Yeah, my wife tried it. She liked it. I mean, it worked out well. Another thing is they have these rollers, these face rollers, and then again, just a good way of trying to. I'm not sure the exact methods. I'm guessing that you would probably roll down. Once you guess, Brad?
Right, get it in the direction it's supposed to go.
You want to move the fluid down again into the neck, so I'm sure that it would be best to move this way. And they also do freeze this.
Right, you put the whole thing in the freezer, take it out and use it, and you can see if you have it in your hand that, you know, this is designed, there's some something in there that keeps it cold, so you got like a nice cold roller.
Feels good, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's a nice little deal.
So the other one that you can do right now at home is you can just take a couple spoons, and my wife did this. She wakes up with puffy eyes. I don't know why. Maybe she's crying at night because she's married to me. But
yeah, I would do it.
But she was laying on the couch at night, and she just put it. She goes, actually, that does feel really good. So you can just put them in a glass of ice water.
Sure.
And then take them out, and you can cool things down and
work better if you didn't have glasses on, Bob.
I know, but it fit underneath there. So
that's true. Your wife doesn't wear glasses, does she?
No, she doesn't.
No, okay.
No. Reading glasses, but all right. The other thing is if you did just recently have surgery, Brad, you know, on the face and something repaired, or maybe even I guess even a swollen tooth or something like that.
Right. But you know, anything in your neck, if you had a neck surgery of some sort, the lymph nodes there can get blocked, and the swelling could very easily occur in the face.
So with any time you have some swelling in any limb, you try to elevate it above the heart if you can. Now it's kind of hard to do with a head because I don't want you to put you on pillows like this because that's going to block the neck. Yeah. So instead, what you may want to purchase at that point is, and these are fairly inexpensive. What are these called, Brad?
Sleeping wedge.
Sleeping wedge. And it works out really good because you can put a pillow up on here now, and as you look here, my head's still in neutral. You know, it's not forward like this, but yet it's elevated.
Right.
So this works out really good for that.
So gravity is going to help pull. You always want gravity to work with you because it works. If you're in the right position, it's working all the time while you're relaxed, and it's a good deal.
So we're talking about sleeping positions. So why don't we talk about, let's say you have lymphedema in an arm. Maybe you've had surgery after breast cancer, and they've removed some of the lymph nodes. And it's not unusual to get some swelling in the arm. I'm going to show you a sleeping position. You're going to need 4 pillows because you're going to sleep on your side. If you can remove this, Brad, if you would. So I'm going to lay on my side, and when I'm laying on my side, I like to have my head in neutral, meaning I don't want it up, down this way, and I don't want it down this way. So that's why it takes 2 pillows, Brad.
Sure.
Now this is the arm that's swollen. So I'm going to take 1 pillow and put it here, down here, and then the second one.
We should trade spots, Bob. You're white.
Oh, white on white?
Yeah, nobody can see it. You look like a great big pillow laying there.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Good pickup, Brad.
Well, I care about our viewers and that they get the correct information.
All right.
And plus, I wanted to lay down.
One's going to go here, and the other one's going to go right underneath the arm like this.
So it's going to go up in the armpit? Yeah. Okay.
And it's just going to elevate it somewhat, and it's going to also kind of open things up here a little bit, Brad. Yep. So that, now you can also go out like this.
Yep.
And like that.
And I think even in this case, if you happen to have another pillow, you could probably put one on your back side so you could lay into it like this.
Yeah. In this case, you could almost even go with 3. You could go up like this, or double that one up.
And you'll find that this is actually comfortable.
It is comfortable.
There. Now that feels good to me. I feel like I'm a little higher there. There we go.
Yeah, you want it, you know, and this is one of the best ways to get it elevated at night. Now, you could lay on your back, and if you lay on your back, Brad.
Sure.
And let's say this is the arm now. You could go like this, and this does work too. Yep. I mean, it does help elevate somewhat.
Sure.
So, maybe even 2.
Yep. Well, we'll see how it goes.
You're going to want to experiment.
Yeah. Everyone's a little bit different. Your body shape's a little different, so you work with it to get the elevation and comfort. While
we're in this position, Brad, let's go right into the exercises now. These are 3 exercises you should do for upper extremity edema or lymphedema. You're going to first start with diaphragmatic breathing. Again, we're trying to clear things out in the abdomen here, in the intestinal area. And so you want to make sure you're breathing correctly. When Brad breathes in, Watch the belly. It's like he's pushing the belly button up to the ceiling. And when he breathes out, he breathes in through the nose, and then he breathes out like he's blowing out a candle. In through the nose, the belly comes up. Now this is really counterintuitive to what a lot of people think.
Right.
A lot of people think, I breathe in, the chest expands. But no, you want to breathe through the diaphragm.
And that helps facilitate that movement of that fluid to get it where it wants to go down that drain and through the whole cycle.
Sounds like a minor thing, but it's not. This thing.
Oh yeah, makes a big difference on how you relax your body.
All right, so get this diaphragmatic breathing out. It's good to even do it during the day when you're seated.
Sure.
It's easier to learn it when you're laying down first, but then eventually you can learn it in the seated position.
Right.
Why don't you sit up once, Brad, now. Next one's real easy to do, Brad. You remember the chicken dance that you do when you're at a wedding and it's late at night? And
I don't know if this is a Wisconsin, Minnesota
Yeah,
thing or they
that's
do
right.
it all over.
so you put your thumbs underneath your arms like this, and you're going to just do some of this, believe it or not, and this kind of helps start getting the fluid moving. Maybe don't want to do it in front of everybody.
And how many repetitions of this?
I would say 10 to 15.
Sure.
And with the breathing too.
Right.
10 to 15.
So are we to be breathing and doing this at the same time?
Yes, you want to try to do your diaphragmatic breathing when you're doing this.
And that's going to take some concentration,
Yeah.
a little practice. It's kind of like doing one of these things.
Right, exactly. Precisely. I'm changing it to precisely, not exactly.
Oh,
anymore.
precisely.
All right, the last one, Brad, is you're going to actually work on just squeezing your shoulder blades
Sure.
together.
So-
And it's opening things up, and it's giving it a little more room, giving those lymph nodes some room to process that fluid that's in the arms.
It's amazing how what that particular exercise does, different systems from posture to breathing to
Brad was just saying
shoulders.
it's amazing. I think we got cut off. It's amazing
Oh.
how this helps process the fluid and makes it so that it's like it creates almost a vacuum, doesn't it, down there,
Right.
that sucks that fluid into it. So seems like minor things, these exercises, but they're not. I mean,
right. You know, when the first time I saw, the first time I saw a therapist doing it, I thought, oh my goodness, what's going on here?
Yeah.
But then, and
all
once you
makes
get
sense.
educated and you see the results and people talk about it working well.
So I'm going to mention Kathleen Lisson's book again. Again, it has a lot more hints in there. Swollen, Bloated, and Puffy, a manual lymphatic drainage therapist guide to reducing swelling in the face and body. Thanks, Kathleen.
Take care.